this time on NTS Adventures.
Well, we got that snow squall they were talking about. She just came in hard. I'm guessing I might lose a couple subs after today. Life is good! I think we need to go back a bit, Mark. I could be wrong. I mean, yeah, it's right there too, right? Yeah, see, we might be closer to in here, the 70-foot ring here.
Yeah.
So I think if we go straight back, go straight back by about 300.
Yeah, 300 or
more.
Are you talking feet or yards?
Meters.
Meters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not quite that far, but we'll see. Maybe 200. But I see there's a hole back there too. Close, man. I have to recognize the backdrop here.
I think so. I think if we're on it and we're catching fish, we need to fucking 60 fucking feet.
This is where we're
right on.
It, man. Anywhere in here, brother.
60 feet right on the fucking hog.
You happy with that?
I'm good.
I think. Well, good morning everybody. Welcome to NTS Adventures. Not a bad day out here today in the Ottawa Valley. A little bit of fine snow coming down, and we can expect some pretty serious wind gusts. So they're saying, but we shall see. So today Mark and I are out on Muskrat Lake. Some people refer to it as Cobden Lake, but it's Muskrat Lake on the map, and it's here in Cobden, Ontario, right on the Trans-Canada Highway. I totally forgot about this lake. I always do throughout the winter. I don't know why. I fish it quite a bit in the summer, as you guys know, but for some reason I always forget about it in the winter. But one of my viewers, a regular viewer, Outdoor Angling, whoever you are, thank you, he suggested the last time Mark and I went to Valiant for Lake Trout, he said, hey, why don't you try muskrat? And I was like, duh, totally forgot about that lake. And I've been watching some other local YouTubers. I watched a couple guys from the area here. They're called Regular Joe Fishing, I think is what they call themselves, something to that effect. Seem like a couple real nice fellas, but anyway, they were in here about 2 weeks ago, I'm thinking, based on the video, and they did okay. So we were going to go way back into the bush again on one of our splake lakes, but we decided, you know what, with the weather coming in and you know, the fact that we didn't want to go too far, we decided, you know what, let's just come here. It's half hour from home, and there are lake trout in here. There's thousands of lake trout in here, and people do catch them. And so we figured, you know what, let's come out and try a hand for some lake trout. So that's what we're doing today. We're all set up here, and we're jigging away, and kind of a blistery day out there, but we're hunkered in, the V-bore's cranked, and we're all nice and cozy, and we'll see what we can do. Stay tuned, everybody. Might be a good day. How you making out?
Ah, they're just still fucking around, man.
All right, which store are you using?
Either or.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. I'm getting some, picking up some activity, and I've had a couple I guess they'd be herring or smelts come by, because you can see it's a really thin line on the fish finder, right?
Yeah.
And Earl and I come out a couple of years ago, and
Kevin?
yeah, him and I think he caught one or two of those things, but he had a rig and he was kind of fishing for them. I don't know why. But
if you look there, you can see the little, there's my,
oh yeah.
Look at all those green lines below it.
Yeah.
Those are fucking, now they're starting to come up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I get a little dunk on my rod.
Yeah.
And that's fucking, I mean, it wouldn't even be enough to set off the jaw jacker.
I wonder, you think Smelts would be holding that close to the bottom?
Well, you know, Smelt is,
yeah.
If it bit that,
yeah,
you'd think it would hook up. And I got a little stinger on it.
Yeah.
And there were times there where I've had this thing up to, up as high as 60, look, you see them coming up.
Oh yeah, they're gonna chase it.
See, look.
Yeah.
They'll come up.
Yeah.
And then they'll just fuck right up. But
Oh.
I've had a couple of fish come through at 48 feet that I've reeled up to.
Yeah.
And they've stuck around for about 10, 15 seconds.
Really, eh?
And then disappeared.
Huh. Yeah.
And I've dropped it down and I pounded the fucking bottom with it.
Yeah.
You know, here comes another one up to take a gander.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I'm actually hoping that you know, sometime this afternoon we'll get some come through. I mean, that's all we can hope for, right?
Yeah, I've had a few things come through, and the biggest. Look at them. They're all around it now.
Yeah.
I've had a few come through at something come through at about 12 feet.
Yeah.
It was a healthy size mark.
Huh.
By the time I reeled up to it, it was.
Yeah.
It could have been a pike cruising, right?
That's kind of a disadvantage when you're fishing this deep. It takes forever to get to your mark, right?
Yeah, and look, now they're above it.
Yeah.
There's fish above it.
Yeah.
So there's my grub jig going up and down.
Well, you got a yellow return there. That's a little bigger.
Well, it's probably about a 4 or 5 inch perch.
Yeah. Huh.
But they're not. Now I got a stinger hook on that, a small stinger hook with a worm on it.
Huh.
And you would think that they would smoke that.
Yeah. Well, we'll just carry on like we're carrying on. A lot of huts on this lake this year. Years past, there hasn't been as many that I've noticed, and I think that had to do with ice conditions. Like, this is insane. We got a good 2 feet of ice here right now, which is fantastic. You can see just over my left shoulder. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. There's a little ice hut village over there, probably about 20 huts, and then over to just past that gray hut out there, there's another little village, probably another 20 huts. And then back over there close to the launch there's probably another 10, maybe a dozen huts. So it's good, man. People are driving their trucks out here, and saw a minivan this morning rocking it out. I mean, it's great when I mean, really, what do you got here? 4 inches of snow on the ice, 2 feet of ice. That's incredible. I mean, yeah, you can say, I don't blame them. Bring a minivan up, man. Why not? You're not going to get stuck. I mean, if that's what it takes to go fishing, I mean, do it. I just love it, man. This is good. This has been a good ice year. So, pretty happy here so far. I mean, be nice to catch a lake trout, but oh well. If we don't, we don't. You ended up getting one. Nice. Where is it? Oh, you really? Wow. So that's what's been on the bottom, eh?
That's what's on the bottom.
Did you? Was it your stinger hook it? Yeah. Wow. So your plan worked.
One.
Yeah. Hey, that's good bait, man.
That's good bait.
Yeah. Wow.
Did you want to throw that on?
Well, if you're not going to use it, I'll use it.
Well, here, give her a shot.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. That's awesome. Yeah. It counts. So yeah, we've confirmed what we thought, that on the bottom there's a whole bunch of these small smelt, maybe even a herring. I'm not really sure what they call that. If anybody knows the exact name of that fish, let me know. But that's obviously what these Lakers are fishing on. So Mark was gracious enough to give it to me to try as bait, which I think I'll do. If you guys notice, just below my tracks there, you can see all those little marks. I don't know if that's picking it up or not, but all those small little red hash marks below where my my spoon is. You can see when I bring up my spoon, and then you can see just below that, that's where all those are. And I believe that these are the smelts that well, it's confirmed. It's been confirmed. That's what's on the bottom of our bottom of the lake right now, and is filling up our screens with all that all those little marks. So pretty cool. I think I'll throw it on and see what happens. So I guess the big question is, am I going to use this in conjunction with the tube, or by itself with a jig and a minnow, the classic presentation? Well, I think I'm going to go with just a straight jig and smelt. I think that would be the most natural presentation, if you will. I'll throw it up here. Try and get that up on that keeper as much as I can, and we'll see what happens. We'll try we'll try that as a presentation. Actually, if I was smart, I probably should have put that on my dead stick, but we'll see. I'll throw it down, and whew, those guys stink. I'll throw it down and see what happens. Put this. So my chart finally loaded up. It took a little while. This fish finder hasn't been working that great this winter. I think it's been because we've had some really cold days, but who knows? I've had it for about 15 years. But anyway, it's doing its job right now. Wish I would have had this earlier. If you see where my cursor is, I'll zoom in. That's where we are. And if you look, this is kind of I don't know if you guys can see this here. That's the 60-foot ring. This is that 60-foot basin. You see where my cursor is? There's kind of a basin there where it's a big area that's kind of shaped like a thumb. It's a slightly different shade. And that's kind of where I want to be, but I did want to be closer to this drop off here. If you guys see that white depicts drop off, and that goes down to 90 feet. Now I did want to be closer to that. That guy's hut over there, I don't know whoever that dude is, but he's basically sitting, he'd be sitting right here, almost on the edge of that 60 foot to 90, which I'm assuming this guy knows the area and has dialed in, because to me that's a really good spot. And in hindsight, I think that where Mark and I dug our first, in hindsight, I think where Mark and I punched our first hole, which you guys can see down there where we turned around, we might have stayed, probably should have stayed there, because that's closer to this drop off where we were. And that makes sense because we marked, I think, 72, 73 feet we were there. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm in the zone in that thumb, if you will, or I want to be. But Muskrat Lake is a big lake, and like I said, these fish, they do swim, and it's just it's one of the disadvantages of ice fishing. You punches your hole, and we're not run and gun guys. I mean, we used to back in the day, but we don't anymore. Well, why? Because we don't care. Bottom line. Once we get set up and get comfortable, we hang out, and if a fish comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Not to say we don't like catching fish, we do, but we know that once we plant, we're going to be here, and if nothing comes through, then that's just the way it is. I'm guessing I might lose a couple subs after today. Well, once again, bust for me anyway. Mark got 6 smelt. He had fun with that. I didn't catch anything. I saw one big mark all day, 6 hours of fishing, but I'll be back. I gotta learn this lake. It's close. I know there's lake trout in here. I know people catch them. I just don't have the corporate knowledge where exactly to go in presentation, but I'll continue to endure and figure it out. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it was pretty quick and pretty uneventful, but hey, if you like looking at scenery and you like the buggy ride, it was a good day. Anyway, you guys know what I say. Life is hard. Have some fun and support your troops. We'll see you next time on NT Adventures. Calling out. Well, we got that snow squall they were talking about. She just came in hard, just like a wall. Almost a complete whiteout on the lake right now. Trying to wrap things up here, get back. It's coming in hard. Life is good.